What's going on, everybody? How are you doing? So we're fresh off of the weekend of New York Comic Con 2018, and of course, let's start off right off the bat with the prizes we have for you guys, because we got a lot of stuff, and you know we love to spread the love. So first, I got this from the Shonen and Jump panel. This is up for grabs. This is like this one-piece little collectible thing. That's good. I got it bigger. Another Marvel joint. It's from Miss Marvel. And then Cosmic Ghost Rider, I have two copies of the Cosmic Ghost Rider comic. We'll definitely give one of these away, which I didn't even know if this was a character. Did you know about Cosmic Ghost Rider?
No, actually I didn't.
We're going to talk about that in a moment. And then we have an exclusive Daredevil poster, and My Hero Academia poster, and a few more things. And I also got, whoa, pause. Yeah, this is Majin Vegeta, an exclusive Funko Pop from over9000.com, signed by the voice actor of Vegeta himself. You see that beautiful signature here? So, Gary, tell me about your experience and what did you like most about New York Comic Con, and what would you like to see changed?
It's pretty much been the same since it's like last year and the year before that. The one breath of fresh air that I've done, which I actually got to see Neil deGrasse Tyson, which I spoke about in the earlier video, and it was enlightening. And by the end of it, it was very, very hard for anyone to like not tear up. There are people I've seen people actually in the theater trying not to cry.
Why? Why were people crying?
So the panel was on Thursday night. That following Friday is Neil deGrasse Tyson's birthday. Turns out Neil deGrasse Tyson and NASA were born on the same week. So basically he started tearing up and basically borderline crying. Everyone else was like trying to choke back the tears, but had to encourage him to keep going because he was in tears. And it was one of the most surreal things I've ever experienced, especially at Comic-Con. And like it was so heartfelt. People were walking out there like was like an odd days because it wasn't something that we expected.
So now let's go into Friday. Friday we got there kind of late because New York transportation is the worst. All the trains were delayed and tracks were shut down and blah 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 blah. But we should have learned our lesson from last year. But anyway, we got there and we got into our Brawly panel. And that was amazing. First things first, before we even get into the new trailer that they showed us, let's talk about Goku, meaning Goku.
Yes!
That was an experience that for fans was, as the word I think Gary used, was surreal. I love the Japanese voice actor for Goku. I cannot pronounce her name and I will not disrespect her and try. But seeing her in person just lit my fire for anime. Like my fandom just came full circle. So actually getting a chance to see the Japanese voice actor of Goku, the lady who played this character, who opened the doors to the world of anime for me, was something that I can't express. It's not like every other year when you see guys that come there year after year after year. This is the first time I ever seen her. And she is so charismatic, so full of energy, and she really believes that she's a Super Saiyan, and I hope that she goes on to voice Goku forever, for as long as... How do you feel about that experience?
It was amazing, just seeing everyone get up, doing the "we're not worthy" when she came out, and even though we didn't get them to say the Kamehameha like people were yelling out most of the time, it didn't happen. But she did do the Kamehameha that for pictures, so that I guess that was a good middle ground.
Head over to our Instagram team _NJP if you want to see the pictures of that panel, because I got that picture when the two Gokus got up at the end and both did the Kamehameha. That was a moment that you would never see again, because as they even said during the panel, this is their second time meeting in the long history that they have both been doing the show. Of course, she's been doing it by now. I'm pretty sure all of you guys have seen it. Let's talk about the differences that I noticed immediately. Frieza's pink. Frieza's pink, and that kind of blows my mind. And then there's a scene in the trailer where he's blowing up the planet, and there's like no Saiyans in sight. So it kind of seems like that whole fight scene where Bardock flies into space and confronts Frieza and he blows the planet. That doesn't happen.
Well, you got to remember, the Dragon Ball Z movies were considered non-canon. They've always been considered non-canon.
True.
So this is like, people are hoping that because of the way Dragon Ball Super has been structured, with Battle of the Gods and Resurrection F, how that was incorporated into canon, that Broly will also be incorporated into canon, and they'll continue on to another season, basically going off the events of the Broly movie. That's what everybody's hoping, because Akira Toriyama basically said that the movies are a separate universe.
Akira Toriyama is all hands on deck with this project. They say he's been more involved in this Broly movie than he's been in the entire series of the Dragon Ball Super franchise. So that is great because he is the originator of the show. He is the reason why we all love the show. So it is great to see that his influence is going to highly shine in this movie. And another thing that stood out from the panel, they made sure that they let us know that it's going to be very little talking and a lot of pow, 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 zoom, zoom, kamehameha. A lot of fighting. And that's what we watch the show for. We don't want to see all this filler. It's great to see the characters develop, and that's great. But in a movie that's only 2 hours or less, man, let's get to the action. And Miss Goku herself let us know we're going to get to the action. She said a lot of the times that she would go into the studio and record, and then she would come out and be like, wait, did I even say any lines? Because there was so much action going on. So I am excited for that, and the art style is is the adaptation from the manga, how the manga is drawn.
Yep.
That's how the movie is going to be drawn. So we get to see the actual manga art. Saturday, I really just did a lot of walking around, a lot of picture taking. I didn't do too many panels, but the panels I did go to, of course, were anime related and Marvel related. I went as Black Panther, and I got a lot of great pictures. I got a lot of time with fans of Black Panther, not me, of course. But that was, that's always fun, and it's great to just walk down the street. People just like, Wakanda forever. And everywhere I go, even before I got to the Comic-Con, I had to do this probably about 100 times. But that's great. This is why I do it. I do it to bring that smile, to bring those characters to life, and get those smiles from people to see their favorite characters just walking the streets. It's entertaining for them.
You know what? Can I jump off that? On Thursday actually, as we were walking to Penn Station. Not even fully clothed. I just kind of had the Master Chiefs like half on because I didn't want to get too hot. And we just got in the car. We're walking to Penn Station, and the guy comes up to me and goes, "Listen, I don't like Xbox. I love Sony, but I give props for black cosplayers."
Dope.
That was surreal.
So in the Marvel Rising panel, they unveiled a lot of the new characters they're going to be bringing in this upcoming season, or few seasons. They're bringing in a new wave of heroes, a couple of characters that you may have heard of already, like like Squirrel Girl,
The most powerful superhero in the Marvel Universe,
and Miss Marvel. They team up with guys like Patriot and some other Inhumans like Pyro, who is voiced by Tyler Posey, who was in attendance at the panel. And I never got to see him before, so it was great seeing him because I was his fan from Teen Wolf. And I had no idea he was a part of this project. So when he came on the stage, I was like, whoa! I didn't know Teen Wolf did cartoon voiceovers. The Walking Dead. I always go to the Walking Dead panel every year. I'm a huge fan. I was Michonne, a male version of Michonne. On Sunday, Manshone. Hashtag Manshone. Hashtag Manshone. Let's get that poppin'. Hashtag Manshone. But that panel was very emotional. As you already know, this is Andrew Lincoln's last season. This is his farewell season, as they refer to it as. And everybody was just so emotional, giving their goodbyes and talking about how great it was to work with him on set. and they let us see the entire first episode. So you guys have seen it by now, but seeing it beforehand and with all the fans and the screaming and the applause, just being in that atmosphere and watching that show among other fans is an experience that you can only get at comic book conventions. So if you guys are buying scalp tickets, you're not supporting the conventions. We have to stay true to our fandom. We got to make sure that we're supporting the event so that it continues to come back, it builds, it gets stronger, it gets better. And the only way we can do that is by purchasing legal merchandise on site from Reebok directly. So Cosmic Ghost Rider is the story of Thanos literally winning and destroying all life in the universe, or destroying all life.
Thanos killed everybody on Earth, and he killed Frank Castle. Frank Castle died there, and this is far in the future. Frank goes to hell, makes a deal with the devil to become a Ghost Rider because he wants to punish Thanos, right?
As they go into space, Galactus comes to Earth. And he runs into Frank Castle, who's the only being on Earth, but he's not here to eat the Earth. He's here because he's terrified of Thanos.
So Frank Castle says, hey, look, you want to kill Thanos, I want to kill Thanos. Why don't you hook it up with some of them sweet Herald powers, and then we'll go and do that together. And so they go and they do that together for a little bit. They go and they hunt him, and then they face him. Thanos kills Galactus. Cosmic Ghost Rider ends up working for Thanos until Silver Surfer wielding Mjolnir shows up and kills him. And then he goes to Valhalla. Keeps murdering people in Valhalla until Odin throws him out. Odin gives Frank Castle, he says, I'll send you anywhere, but you can't stay here.
Let's talk about Sunday. So Sunday was our family day. That's where I dressed up as Manchon, and my wife was a zombie.
I'm terrified, everybody.
Oh yeah, everybody was scared of her. We're actually going to do an interview with her to talk about the cosplay experience and being a first timer on that side of the game. So we're going to talk about that later. So what was your Sunday experience?
Didn't get there at exactly when I wanted to because adulting. But we got there at a decent time to be able to do most of the stuff we kind of wanted to do. I'm sad we missed out on the Devil May Cry demo because I really wanted to play that, but I can hold off until it releases in March. So
yeah, unfortunately this year, guys, we didn't get much video game coverage.
Yeah, well, then again, also our main focus was more cosplaying and panels for this year. So it's give or take.
Checks and balances.
Okay. So, but they had Mega Man there as well, but I got the demo on the Switch, so I didn't really care so much about that. And Kingdom Hearts 3 was there, but that sells out like that. And so all those is a moot point. But got to bring the kids and my nephew, and outside my daughter being terrified the entire time because of her Aunt Jeanette. They had a fairly decent time, and the primary thing was the Doctor Who Global Simulcast panel, and we got there. Not the best seats, but it was seats because Madison Square Garden was pretty much packed, and you were experiencing history because it's the very first female Doctor, and she was there. She came out before they started the stream. Pretty much saying hi to everyone and thanking everybody. And she came out to a standing ovation, obviously. Then I believe this was their first time seeing it right along with everyone else. So they were in the upper balcony watching it with everybody else. Listening to the laughter and the applause and the screaming, like yeah. When she finally remembers her name, because that's a thing for when Dr. regenerates, he loses a lot. Well, now she loses a lot of memories of the past incarnations, and then eventually starts coming back. And the whole episode was just basically her. I can talk about this because the episode already aired, but the whole running thing of the episode was that she couldn't remember her name. She knew she was looking for a doctor. She just didn't know, but she couldn't remember who she was until, you know, adrenaline kicks in because, you know, the baddie of the day, and she eventually remembers who she is, and she makes that reveal, and everyone's like, yeah! And it's way different, just like the Dragon Ball Z panel, Dragon Ball Super panel and the Walking Dead panel. It is an extremely different experience when you're watching it with fans.
Of course, on Sunday we try to make sure that we do things for everybody that's with us, the kids, and any first timers that come with us. So I made sure my wife got into panels, something that she would like, some things that I would like. And one thing that I made sure I did this year that I don't normally get to do was compete. And, you know, I've been playing the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links game addictively since last year, since I got beat by an 8-year-old girl after the first time ever playing it. I vowed to myself when I come back to Comic-Con next year, I will be a force to be reckoned with. And we got into this competition, and I want to say I won first place, but I'm not a liar. I tied for first place because they had to shut everything down. So when it was time for me to face the finalists,
who won every other tournament they ran for the duration of Comic-Con. Yeah,
they had to shut it down. So up until that point, I beat everybody. I had a bye too, but whatever. I won. I tied for first place, so I can say that. So if you want to play me on Duel Links, please comment down below, and I'll show you what I got. Huh?
Hey, he barely beat me though. You seen that? He barely beat me.
He got Exodian.
Twice.
So I don't care.
But the first time I didn't see it coming. The second time I knew what he was trying to do, and I was able to work around it. But he got a lucky draw.
But that was a fun experience. I always wanted to compete. And it's always like Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the one thing, because that's the one thing that I know. They have other little competitions there, like cosplay competitions and stuff like that. And my cosplay not at that level yet, so I stuck to, you know, the one thing that I knew. So, like we've been saying throughout the entirety of the video, we experienced a lot of great things. We didn't go into too much detail because it's just too much to tell.
Yes.
So make sure you guys subscribe, hit the bell for notifications so you know when we post all of our panel videos, when we post all of our videos of walking the floor and everything. It's too much to talk about here, but the videos are to come. Make sure you guys tune in to hear about how we're going to do the contest giveaways. But for this one, we're just looking for, let's throw the number out there, 25 subscribers. When we get 25 subscribers, comment down below your favorite part of Comic-Con if you were in attendance. And if you weren't in attendance, something that you would like to see in Comic-Con 2019. And we're randomly select a winner. Once we get 25 subscribers, we're randomly select a winner from the comments below. And we're going to be one of the few posters. We'll let you guys know.